What's the main organ of digestion? It's the pancreas. Most people think that all of their digestion happens in the stomach, but it is not true.
Dr. Barbara O'Neill will discuss a small yet incredibly important organ, the pancreas. As we age, taking care of our pancreas becomes essential for maintaining good health, especially since it plays a crucial role in digestion and blood sugar regulation. Did you know that about 1 in 4 adults over 60 experience some form of pancreatic issue, from insulin resistance to more serious conditions like pancreatitis? The pancreas helps regulate blood sugar levels and produces the enzymes needed for proper digestion, making its health vital. In this video, Dr. Barbara O'Neill will explain the importance of the pancreas and highlight which foods and habits to avoid to keep it functioning well. Stay tuned as we take the first step toward better pancreatic health together. Dr. Barbara O'Neill will start with an overview of the pancreas itself, its functions, and its role in the body.
So that is what's broken down in the stomach. Protein and protein alone. All your starch digestion is put on hold because we're now in an acid stomach. And then we move through and come to the first part of the small intestine, which is called the duodenum. And the duodenum has 2 main organs that are emptying into it. Notice we've got the liver here, the gallbladder. The gallbladder is a reservoir for bile, and that bile duct comes down, connects with the neck of the pancreas and empties into the duodenum. It's an alkaline environment in the duodenum. And the enzyme that is released from your gallbladder, so I'll just do GB for gallbladder, from the duodenum, is bile. And bile is an enzyme that breaks down long-chain fatty acids, so this is your unsaturated fats. So a lot of those fats are vegetable fats, you know, found in your nuts and your seeds. From the duodenum, the pancreas also releases some enzymes in there. And the pancreas releases pancreatic lipase. And pancreatic lipase does the final breakdown of the unsaturated fats. They're the long-chain fatty acids. So bile starts it, pancreatic lipase finalizes it. The pancreas also releases pancreatic amylase. And remember, ptyalin is a salivary amylase, so the amylase salivary amylase ptyalase starts the digestion, put on hold in the stomach, comes to the duodenum, and pancreatic amylase finalizes the starch digestion. What's also released in the pancreas is trypsin. And trypsin is the enzyme that finalizes protein digestion. So protein digestion is begun in the stomach and finalized in the duodenum under trypsin and chymotrypsin. So these are 2 enzymes that break down protein. I've got some good news. It's going to get easier now. They're all the big words. From this, students, what's the main organ of digestion? It's the pancreas.
Dr. Barbara O'Neill will explain the amazing functions of the pancreas, which goes far beyond what most people realize. Not only does it play a critical role in digestion, but it also keeps blood sugar levels in check. The pancreas has 2 primary roles: aiding digestion through its exocrine function and managing blood sugar with its endocrine function. On the digestive side, Dr. Barbara O'Neill will describe how the pancreas releases enzymes into the small intestine, specifically the duodenum, that break down fats, carbohydrates, and proteins into smaller parts so the body can absorb them. Without these enzymes, our bodies wouldn't be able to take in essential nutrients. Another interesting function is that the pancreas produces bicarbonate, which neutralizes stomach acid as it enters the small intestine. This not only protects the intestine's lining, but also creates the ideal environment for digestive enzymes to work effectively. On the blood sugar side, Dr. Barbara O'Neill will discuss how the pancreas produces key hormones, like insulin and glucagon. Insulin lowers blood sugar by moving glucose into cells for energy, while glucagon raises it when levels drop, signaling the liver to release stored glucose. This balance is essential for maintaining stable energy levels throughout the day. Dr. Barbara O'Neill will dive into how this balancing mechanism works.
We've got our pancreas, and our pancreas, it releases two hormones. One is insulin, and insulin's the hormone designed to get the blood glucose down again when it goes high. And if it goes down, if the blood glucose goes too low, then glucagon is released. And glucagon is the hormone that's released if blood glucose goes too low to get it up again. Now, what's happening with the pancreas is when the pure crystallized acid extracted from the sugarcane plant goes in, blood glucose levels rise dramatically, not sugarcane, because in the sugarcane, the glucose is all bound up in fibre and it slowly releases the glucose. But that pure crystallized acid that's been extracted from the sugarcane plant, when it goes into the body, blood glucose levels go boom. Very quickly the brain says, overload, quick. Pancreas, release the insulin. You see, high glucose demands high insulin. And so now the insulin's released and blood glucose levels start to drop, because now the insulin causes the glucose to go into the cell or to be stored as glycogen or fat. But because there was so much glucose, huge amounts of insulin are released. So where are blood glucose levels going now? Too low. That's called hypoglycemia, too low. So now the brain goes, oh no, we're too low. Stop the insulin, release the glucagon. But by the way, what happens down there? What does the person do? I need a hit of sugar. I'm too low.